Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 60. It's Sunday, and I've just checked the weather forecast, and it's a little bit overcast, which means less chance of snapping axles in this little bit of dampness. Yeah, but today I want to go and give this car a proper actual test drive. After I fitted the axle the other day, I only ran it up and down the street just to make sure there was no binding, trying to go over some bumps, that sort of thing. Everything seems pretty good, but let's go and load it up a little bit. I'm not going to do any hard launches. We can't do any hard launches in this weather, but I'm going to see how much power we can put down. And also, going to go and visit a friend. Actually, it's Mark's father. His 320 diesel harmonic balancer fell off, which seems to be a common thing, but he's got the LCI engine with a different mounting, so I kind of want to go and see what's involved in fitting the later generation diesel harmonic balancers, because the early ones are a pain in the ass. Anyway, let's jump into it. And another thing, since fixing the water pump wire, never get any, just gotta fix that bulb. Never get any issues with the car losing its time. So that corrosion issue in the boot does cause drainage weepage with the batteries. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's get going. Well, let's see if I can actually get out of this spot. I don't know why I parked it here. I just kind of wanted it to be near me when I was sleeping. Weird. We're a bit off-road. Let's see if you can hear the clutches in the diff. There we go. Made it up the wet hill. Right, let me get out on the street and I'll let you guys know once we try and accelerate a little bit. So we're up to temperature. And I gotta say, I just accelerated off the roundabout a little bit. And I'm just in sports mode. Or a little bit of wheel spin. The way the diff puts the power down in the wet is amazing. Like, this is a proper clutch diff, and it's quite an aggressive diff. You'll hear it clunking every now and again. But I've not felt a rear-wheel drive car accelerate in the wet like this ever, I don't think. It's crazy. We'll see if we can do another bit of a roll on. Quick in the wet. It's quick in the wet. It's crazy. I'm driving with traction control on, and I got a little bit of a. You can just feel it starting to break loose then, but traction control didn't even pick up on it. So the diff works. It just likes to snap axles in the dry. Anyway, we'll be at Mark's soon. So here we are arriving at Mark's house. He's actually my brother-in-law. Good lad, and it's his dad's car. I think I mentioned it at the start of the video. But he's got the issue with the harmonic balancer. He's the dude that owns that 325 E90 that was on the channel a couple of weeks ago. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Let's see if we can scare him. Probably not going to happen in the wet though. We'll see. We'll see. Well, we got Mark in the car, and we'll see if we can scare him. So we have traction on. That's around the corner. And I get.
You should take that first one. Actually, no. You might get blocked up.
See if we can get to 300 by the top of this bridge. Quick, eh?
He's fast.
Oh, I can't help it. It's bad when you got a passenger in the car because you go accelerate for longer than you probably should.
Those
Got to the speed limit really quickly. Lucky we didn't go over.
fitted the right brackets to those brakes.
They work right, don't they?
They do actually, yeah.
Alright guys, so this is the car in question. It's an LCI E90 320 diesel, and it has got the update engine.
N47, yeah.
N40, well, I think, oh no, Audrey's is, I can't tell, I can't remember. Anyway, it's got the update engine. It's also got electronic power steering, which the pre-LCI models didn't have, which is kind of cool. And it become victim to the harmonic balancer fail. Where's the rest of it actually? Yeah, so this actually just fell off one time whilst Keith was driving it. And that's what we're going to fix. We've got the new one over here. And that's what it should look like. So I've done a couple of harmonic balancers on the pre-LCI models, and they have that massive nut, which is an absolute nightmare to get off, where this version has the 4 Torx bits. So hopefully hopefully it's a little bit easier to get done. And we're going to try with the rattle gun first off. See if we can get it in there.
Yep, I'm on.
It ain't cracking.
No.
Breaker bar next. Alright guys, so we've ended up wedging the balancer with the special BMW harmonic balancer tool, which looks very similar to a chisel. And Marks, you've actually cracked one already. But show the audience, it's not too bad to crack. It's a hell of a lot easier than the earlier models where you need a breaker bar about 3 times the length. Done!
This one.
Bit harder.
Yep, that one's a bit tighter, but it's cracked.
Very hard to get light in there. Sweet. Alright, let's get them off.
All right. Why did you say this was hard?
It is hard on the old ones. Now, let's see if that pulls off. Hey! What's up? Sweet. Does it look the same as the new one? Cool.
Yep.
Alrighty. Alright, so we've got the new one going on.
Alright. You want to get
And a bolt. Did you look up if these are reusable?
Yeah, they definitely are.
Sweet.
Yep.
That's straight from
not-
BMW TIS.
Yep. They said definitely you can reuse existing bolts, don't order new ones.
Finger tight, I reckon there'll still be heaps. Put 2 on so that you know it's centered properly as well. Sweet. So this is Ryobi's brushless rattle gun. It's like the top of the range thing you can get from Ryobi, and we've got it set to the correct torque specs. So hopefully this should be good. Now, jokes aside, this will actually crack wheel nuts much better than my bigger rattle gun does. So we're just going to rattle them up with that. It's not going to snap the bolts. That's what we're going to do.
You want to do it?
No, you can.
Okay.
I'm enjoying not doing the work.
Just do it by hand after that, or do you reckon?
Well, you won't be able to do it by hand because it will spin. So I think just give it a good 3 seconds of tightening up. And I would do that again, but just hold it solid for 3 seconds. Yep. That is definitely not the right way to torque these up. It's just the way we're going to do it. Because we are not mechanics, but we're just getting the shit done. All right, we need to work out how that belt goes back on. All right, so we got the belt back on. It was a bit of a mission not having a socket to get onto the tensioner. And hopefully we've got the belts all around the right way. Yeah, you want to start it up? See if we get any funny noises?
It sounds bad, just turn it off.
AC's not on. Now it is. Sweet. Yeah, you can turn off. So, 4-bolt harmonic balancer on the 320D is all done. It actually wasn't too bad. Getting the balancer swapped over was so much easier with the 4-bolt version than the single bolt. Now, if you're going to do this job properly, you're not supposed to reuse the bolts. And we did just quickly look at the torque specs to make sure our rattle gun specs weren't miles off. And it's supposed to be 40 Newton meters and then 90 degrees on each of those 4, if you want to do it properly, which you should. Yeah, and aside from that, it's all it's all back together. You've done it, Mark. You look like you've been doing work.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's a bit sweaty. All right, guys, we're going to head off. Yeah, it's been a good day. I didn't do much of the work today, so I'm happy. All right, if you got any questions about doing one of these balances, hit us up in the comments below. My car seems to be running quite good with those axles. What do you think?
Yeah.
Was it as quick as you were expecting?
Good. Works well. That was nasty.
He wasn't happy when the camera got turned off. All right, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.